Well, hello there. It's been a while, hasn't it? Probably like 2 months? I think it's around 2 months. I don't remember exactly, but and I also do not remember which episode this is supposed to be. Let's say it's and let's start it up, okay? Let's start it up by saying welcome to Ragan Sears Proto Ximizhlum episode 5 probably. I'm not hello. I'm not entirely sure. But I believe it's either 5 or 6, something like that. Well, I'll see later. And you might be wondering, there's a fucking sea. Whoops, I should not be looking at it. You might be wondering, why is there a fucking sea? Well, that's because I'm done with the overseas region. And now, I have this fucker. Well, this is basically the city of Krogan. Which is, I haven't got Optifine. It hasn't released for the newest version of Minecraft yet, so I'm kinda lagging. But this is supposed to be Krogan. An old city I founded in the start of 2012. So probably like February. You can see the chunks broken here. Before I get to talk about that, let's talk about this. You might see a square here. Like here and there, and then it's over there and there. If you go underwater, you don't see shit. Hang on, where's the fucking potion? I have a night vision potion, so this should help. Well, that didn't help too much, but still something. Anyway, you see this square where I cut it out? There, and there. Well, that's because here was a volcano from a mod. I used to back up my world and spawn volcanoes around my cities just to see how it would destroy them, but here it went kinda wrong because I forgot to back it up. So here it was spawned and it spewed all this stone and obsidian all over the place, and eventually I said, fuck it, I don't want it. I don't want it. So I used MC Edit and I edited this entire square out. All that's left is a bunch of debris and the circle where the lava used to be. You know, where the epicenter used to be. And if I remember correctly, there's still lava. Yeah, there's still lava underneath the epicenter. As you can see, it's actually pretty damn deep. And at the bottom there's another obsidian circle. So that's where the volcano stood. A bunch of years ago. But who cares about that, right? Where's the fucking city? Here we go. Now on to Krogan itself. Krogan is the... Within Ximilor, Krogan is the capital of the Golden Coast region, which later becomes independent as the Duchy of Krogan. Or maybe it's the Grand Duchy of Krogan. I do not remember. Starting off, we have this ship. There's one more over here, but I didn't build this. This is where I used MC Edit to paste this in, and then I changed the sails and, you know, the flags, and I changed the iron to obsidian and some other shit, but it's not mine anyway. Man, this is seriously fucking dying. And here's the other one. This one is also edited in. I changed the sails and the obsidian, but that's about it. And now on to the city of Krogan itself. This here... for the most part, if I remember correctly, I started the city with this fort. I built it into this little mountain thing. This tree used to grow there, but I added a bunch of branches. But whatever. I put it in here, and then I built a cross on top. And there's no way to actually enter this fort. You know, it's a fucking fort with no entrance. There's barely anything inside. There are a few levels, you know, so you can look out and whatever the fuck. And here, well, this is technically the only entrance. It still has the original doors, which I haven't replaced for whatever reason. These are the old cannons that I used to build. And they actually work, I believe. Oh, oh. Although I'm not sure. No. No, oh, they're empty. Fuck. They're empty! Well, okay, then nothing. That's the first thing. And then I built a bunch of shit. This isn't mine either. I edited this lighthouse in. It's supposed to be rotating, but it broke at some point. I don't know why, I don't know how, and I don't fucking care. But if I remember correctly, it was built from cobblestone or something else, and I changed it all into these bricks. And the flag is mine, obviously. This area here, around here and here, that's actually from like this year, actually. This one stood there and that one stood there as well, and this one, but these and these, as well as you, are actually from March 2019, whereas this is 2012, this is probably 2014? Same with these two, and then I added like a reservoir, or I don't fucking know, up here. I don't know what this is supposed to be. There's a fucking dolphin. I added this here, and that's also 14, 14, 14, and then we have this massive dojo. I did not build this dojo, I imported it in. I thought it would be cool. And I built a fucking wall around it. This part of the wall is 2019, but the rest of it from here, there, to about there, I believe that's 2014 as well. The bridges are probably 2014 or maybe 13, or nah, it's probably not 12. Let's just say 13 or 14, same with this one. Then you have this harbor, this shitty harbor. At the beginning I just had these two docks, I guess? And the road from there. There was no wall, this wasn't there, this bullshit in here wasn't there. Actually, most of this crap is there from this year, from probably March or April 2019. This structure, which was supposed to be the first warehouse, as well as these stones here down here, the stones themselves, and this little wall, I built those in 2014, I think. I'm not sure. And then you have a bunch of fucking houses, you know, who fucking cares? There's nothing inside. Here's some statue, which isn't even canonical. Statue of Lord Kolyat of Declonia. Kolyat? Kolyat is actually a god in Ximizhlum. And he's actually the oldest one I've had. The name itself is the oldest one. The rest of them are like 2016, you know, or 17. But Kolyat was from 2012, or maybe even 11. No, 11. 2011. Here you have an inn, or a tavern, or Half Moon Inn, 1275, yeah. I believe I did the lower floor. But not the rest. The rest is empty. Except maybe the top. Yeah. This was supposed to be like the office of the owner, where he sleeps, or they, or whatever. As for the rest, it doesn't matter. There's nothing else inside of this inn. As you can see, it's dark as balls. I believe there used to be a house here sometime at the beginning, but then I destroyed it because it was too short. This house over here actually used to be over here, but I cut it out and pasted it here. This year actually. This one's older, this is old. This is like an alchemist, he has a bunch of shit, you know. There are some things inside, but it's not worth traveling to. This is the warehouse. On its own, it's kind of garbage. Actually, I'm gonna go in spectator because it's faster. I said it's faster. See, you have a bunch of shit. You have the warehouse here. And if you find your way up here, there's actually a bunch of crap up here. And it's literally just crap. Nothing worthwhile. I don't think the others have something either. But anyway, if you go in here, what's this? Well, you have a fucking entrance. You have the vaults. You have the vault number 1, which is just gold. Just fucking gold bricks of the government, I guess. And wall number 2 is this fucking thing. Golden carpet of Kinnereth, safe from fire 1275. So the idea was that this was like a holy relic of Kinnereth. As you might guess, if you know something about Elder Scrolls, then Kinnereth is the one of the goddesses in Elder Scrolls, and at that time there was no original lore for this world, so I just put it in here and whatever. And that's the carpet of hers, which is supposed to be something, whatever, who gives a shit? Fucking mine shafts, who cares about those? Going back up, we have here we have a park. I'm probably gonna stay in like this spectator. The Park of Lady Kinnereth. You have a bunch of trees and an imported tree from overseas and garbage and an old table. This is how I used to make tables in the past, and it's ugly. I hate it. I don't like it. But I'm not going to change it because it's, you know, part of the past. Here we have like the Dwemer houses from, again, Elder Scrolls. Those are copied from a mod. Slightly altered, but, you know, there's fucking nothing inside. Here you have more of them. You have another guy, and I think this... No, there's no secret behind that? Okay, never mind then. Another one of such houses. Again, no secret? Here, Markava, Trelidan, Fen, and Konichi. They live in here. This the fuck? Why did I... Oh, whatever. Fucked up. Anyway, this harkens back to 2011. This was imported in 2012, but this harkens back to 2011, where in a city which I'll show in the future, I basically built like an entrance, and then in the side there was a small hall and 1, 2, 3 people on each side. I do not believe there's anything worthwhile inside of them. No, not even a secret or anything. No, let's not spoil that too much. It's basically just 3 people living inside here. This is an original house that I wanted to do. It's... Hello, door. It's basically just an obsidian thing. I use this here and I use one over there, but then never again. I reckon that these two are the same age as, you know, the fort of obsidian here. Because it's fucking ancient. Here we have another house. A pretty normal house. For the most part, it had like these trams. Are they called trams? I don't remember. No, fuck, that's the Czech word. I don't remember. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And if you go inside, you have what do you have? What do you have in here? You have like a secret fucking pub. Probably for fights or something. And in here you have Here's where the guy sleeps, I guess. Oh, I was there. There's nothing here. I think I was supposed to go further, but I never finished it. Here's like a fucking closet, but if you press this, you get a secret entrance here. If you go down, you get something. I don't... I guess there's nothing down here, really. It's just the underground, and it like connects to other places. There's no, yeah, there's nothing here. I'm gonna check this side as well, just for good measure. Nothing, yeah. That's that's not what I expected, actually. Hello, cow. Hello, sheepy. But I guess this is like a secret entrance or escape or whatever, you know. I'm guessing that was my idea. That's this one done, and we're moving onwards. Pretty normal house from the outside, you know, the usual stuff. And here we have other ones. This is probably 2014, I don't know. These two are actually 2019. I'll start with this one, which is Poor Man's Long Haul. I've spoken about this before, but a Poor Man's Long Haul is basically a place for people to stay, for people who don't really have money to sleep anywhere else. You have to work in order to get a resting here. But other than that, you can just, you know, sleep here, sleep the night away, whatever. Probably has a lot of diseases, I would reckon. But whatever. And the other one is this. This wasn't made of quartz. This was like cobblestone. The shell was here for like 4 years, probably, until from 2014 maybe until 2019. It was just, you know, like a normal cobblestone house, like, you know, this or that, but made from cobble, and the inside was completely empty. But I decided, you know, why don't I do something unique? And unique I did. It's still fucking empty. But you have a weird face that looks after you. This here is supposed to be like a mustache and a beard. It's just something I thought would be fun. Nothing else. If you go up here, you get into a tower. The tower is basically like always, but this road is actually new. Also 2019. And it leads to this motherfucker. And it's basically just a guy living here. With a view over the city, you know, pretty nice. Basic stuff. Oh, that reminded me, I forgot. Most of these houses are useless, but like they don't have anything secret. Actually, I think one of them has a secret, but let's start with this. There's actually a guy living here, and you might look at this and think, ah, it's a fucking shit house. No. Well, I mean, yeah, but then you go down. And what have we here? Basically where he sleeps. This is his living room, which is... It's kinda empty really, but I can't be arsed to do anything with it. This place is finished, fuck it. But back here... This nigga has a fucking sauna. His own little bathtub. So he might look poor from the outside, but inside... It's a pretty nice place to be in, really. You're the blacksmith, whatever. I don't remember which one it is that has the secret place. Ah, this one. Slivoke. He's the one. It's not even fucking finished. But here, he has TNT in his fucking basement, but that's not the point. Get in there and whoa, it's weird. And you look here and there's nothing. You look here, there's nothing. And you look here and that's... and you're dead. And you get greeted by a fat, dead skeleton saying, yo! That's basically the joke of this place. You know. Did I put some TNT on these mine shafts? I didn't build these mine shafts, but I thought it would be funny to, you know, have like this secret place where it looks come normal. You look at the other ones and they're just closed off, so you open this, you walk right in and whoosh, you fall and die. Isn't it great? No? Not great? Well, fuck you, mate. I think it's great. And at the end of the day, what I think is the only thing that matters. I'm joking. But other than that, I don't think these have anything. Yeah, it's just a normal house. This one? This one might have some... No. Okay, I was wrong. Never mind. Moving onwards. What have I talked about? These, the dojo. You know, and I guess this castle. No, wait. Before I talk about the castle, let's talk about these 4 pillars. See, back then there used to be a huge bridge here. From there... No, from around there to there. This entire area was nothing but water. So I built a massive bridge. It was probably up to here. From there to there. So you would walk all the way up, cross that, and go all the way down, and it looked cool, but it had cannons on aiming here and aiming there, but I eventually just fucking deleted all of it. And what I left as its remains, all that remains of it are these 4 pillars. We held the bridge up. Once that was gone, I decided to build this castle. First it was supposed to have like a large oak in front of it, but it kind of fucked up. Then it took me forever to build, and it's not finished. I started this in like, probably like March or May 2012. And up until 2019, these windows are from 2019. You know, just like how I worked there, so I also did this. This road didn't exist until 2019 either. And I'll probably never finish this fucking castle. Because if you look inside, it's just large and empty. This wing has nothing in it. This is like a little prayer place. And that's a sheep. And this was probably a kitchen, like supposed to be a kitchen, I don't know. And if you fly up, it's just empty. See, these floors aren't even finished, you know. So this whole castle, it's probably never gonna be finished. Moving on, this road behind here, let's put it back to creative. This road is 2019, and so is this. And this is 2019, and this is 2019 as well. This was supposed to be like a Ximi imperial flag built out of flowers, you know. But there are no flowers that I could use, so instead I used wool. That was before terracotta and concrete, but I don't think I would use those anyway. Because the roughness of the wool kind of makes it look more like, you know, a bunch of flowers than the smooth fucking blocks things. And it's basically a park belonging to a castle. A friend of mine said, I should have probably built it here. Well, you know, fuck you, friend. This is older than this. Fuck you! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I understand. I understand. It could have been cool, I guess, but you know, this whole place was empty, so it's like, whatever the fuck, man? Besides, if you enter the city, which is from here. It's a nice tourist spot to just look here, look there and there. You see basically most of the city from here. I believe that's it for Krogan. These walls are probably 2012, and the reason they're so straight over here, and when I actually get behind them, you'll see that they are literally on the edges. Yeah, there's a little bit more land, but here they are literally on the edges. Because like I said, this was a broken chunk. As you could see there, it's just broken. And here was water or a marsh or whatever. All this was marsh. Then I filled it in with the grass, and then I built these fucking walls on them. You might see this. Well, I mean, you obviously see this. Oh, there's one more thing here I want to talk about, but first, this was supposed to be like an exclamation mark. I did this in 2014 and it ended up looking more like a heart. I probably wanted to turn it into a heart, but I got fucking lazy. Same with this weird thing below, but the thing I wanted to talk about before I leave is that while I was digging out this land in 2019, I found a cool dig. Yes, I found this place. I don't know what this was supposed to be. Like, it was filled in. It was not a fortress or what are they called, fortresses? It was not one of those. I destroyed this. I was made for the large bridge. Actually, I have no idea. A mystery I am. 'Cause, I just sort of, found this and I'm not sure what it was part of. I thought it's part of the bridge, right? But the bridge is all the way there and there. So what the fuck was this? I'm guessing it might have been part of the wall, because, like I said, this was water, so maybe I started building the bridge, the wall here. Maybe it was supposed to be like the wall here, and then I buried it as I expanded on this, so maybe I buried it. Maybe it was part of the start of a tower. I don't fucking know. Actually, before we go creative, let's drink some more booze. Before we go fucking spectator. So yeah, I found this place, and then I dug around a little bit in hopes of finding more, and I didn't find shit here. You go all the way up here and you end up there. That's worthless. If you go through this route, you end up at this area, which is... This spawned naturally, but it's, just below that, so it's fucking useless. Terrace. There's a secret entrance here, I guess. If you went the opposite way, you'd find... what? If you go up here, yeah. This is because I was using MC Edit to move this place around to make it more symmetrical. And I never bothered to fill it in, so it looks like weird shit. There are stairs here for whatever reason. And on the other side there's nothing. I decided let's dig this way as well, and you ended up at the wall. This is literally beneath the wall. And as you can see, the wall went pretty damn deep here. Goes here, and then you go up, 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 and here you finally reach the surface. That's because here used to be also water. This was full of water as well. So I dug all the way down to the bottom of the water and whatever, and whatever, and whatever, and whatever. See, and and around here, I decided to start putting timestamps to when I actually found the dungeons. Obviously the older ones would have the modern age and an approximate estimate when I think I found it originally. But this one was... I never found this before until, April this year, so this one gets its own timestamp. Mwah! If I remember correctly, that's about it for Krogan. Nothing else underground. Let's have a quick check. No. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else underground. So, that being said, let's move on to... Let's not... Actually, yes, let's put it in creative. The next part is west of our beloved Krogan. Now that I think about it, I probably found it in 2011 near the end, but I actually started working in 2012. Here we have a place. You might notice this is a bit odd. It seems like it was cut out, right? And here you have a bunch of things. And once again, it looks like there used to be something here. And that's right. There used to be a pasted, like a tavern. I pasted a tavern in here, but in like 2012 or 11. But probably like 2014 or so, I decided, you know, fuck it, I just cut it out because it didn't fit. It looked weird and I didn't like it. So I deleted it. Here's like a farm, also 2014. There was supposed to be houses here and whatever, but I never got around to it. So I just made a farm. Looking here, we have the bridge, the roads to the rest of the mainland. I started a project in like 2014 to connect all my settlements with a road, so all of them, if you follow any road, you're most likely gonna end up at some sort of settlement. But I'm not going there yet. That's 2011, earlier 11. First, we'll start with this here. The stairway to the first and only end portal I have. I thought this was so fucking cool when I started building it at the end of 2011. But it looks fucking shite. And I think this used to be the bricks used to be stone, just cobblestone. But eventually I changed it to nether bricks because it looked better. But whatever. This is actually where you would spawn if you left the end or if you died. You would spawn here. I don't think I ever placed it. Here we have buildings from 2011 where I thought it would be cool to build, like, you know, a town inside the mountain. Huh? Wait. Oh, I'm creative. Okay. So when you actually fly inside, there's basically nothing much. Armory authorized personnel only and a broken fucking door. These used to happen in like between 2011 and 2012, I think. I don't know which patch, but I know that they broke. I think I fixed most of them, but I guess I left this one in. And the armory is just, you know, full of random garbage from 2011. Can't even open these. I don't think there's anything inside any of them. Oh, just garbage, yeah. Basically just crap. And you know, you'd move through the city, and here you have the Rakira War, which is what I named after Mass Effect. Down here, no entry, and you have a bunch of garbage. There's nothing down there. It's basically, this was basically the precursor to the Obsidian Fort in Krogan. Oh, here's actually something nice. Here's a random fucking hole. But through this one you actually had something. You had a few, like, housings, I guess. And I made it look like it's abandoned and whatever, you know, whatever the fuck. But down here it seems you had like a barracks, I guess, or something like that. I reckon it's empty. There's literally no fucking reason for there to be anything inside this. Why can I not open that one? Oh, now I can. Let's just say there's nothing. Oh, what the? This is when I was exploring at some point and I just... Oh, look, there's another fucking spawner. Whatever. And this was just lava that I filled. But what? This doesn't matter. This does not matter. This is just garbage. Yeah, you've seen all you need to do. These two horses, if I remember correctly, they're all the way from, you know, from all the way in a future episode. But I rode them from there to here. That's about it for this place. I'm not sure how long this is. If I could... Oh yeah, you had them from the outside as well, but if I could, I wanna check out... I'll get there in a moment, but there's something down here, and I don't remember what... I only found out about this last month. Actually, this month. You know, earlier in May 2019. I did not remember this fucking place whatsoever. But I know that I built it at some point, and it's basically like a weird temple to a nether dragon egg. Can you even do anything with those? Do they still disappear if you hit them? No idea, and I do not wish to test it. Thought I saw something, but it was just fucking garbage. So there's like a hidden temple down there. Broken chunks. You know, the usual business. This is 2011 after all. Here we have more 2011. And this is kind of based on Mass Effect. You have like a bunch of ancient runes written on the walls. They go underwater. You have this fucking lava that spawned here. And it goes all the way to the bottom. I didn't do this. It literally spawned there and goes to the bottom. Here you have an old town. Garbage. A tower. I don't fucking know. I don't know what these were supposed to mean. I don't think most of them weren't supposed to mean anything. Like here you have just a fucking face. You know, random runes written into the wall? Oh, it's not loading yet. Okay. Here you have a skull, a cross, fucking ender face, I guess. A08. Whatever that is. Some face. More towers. A dragon! Isn't it adorable? Here's its little head. Its legs, its tail, its fat body and its wings. That's adorable. I forgot there was a dragon there. That's cute. And this... But there's more, okay. This is like a prophecy, like you have a UFO here, UFO there, stars, you know, they come from space, whatever the fuck. Here you have like a Mass Effect Reaper. Start of one at least. Oh, I forgot about these that spawn in. Like, I guess this was supposed to be like a ghast or squid with a face, whatever the fuck. More random trash, and once again a bit more trash here. Another little tower, and here you have once again a Reaper. This Reaper looks actually looks like a Mass Effect Reaper. Stars, you know, they came from the stars after all. And Elie, you know, just trash. And I guess there are going to be 2 more parts that I'd like to review, and this is like right next to Krogan. If I remember correctly, there was just grass, and I cut it out so you could, you know, sail in with a little ship. The fishing village of Norrvana, 1272. There's nothing down there. So this is what Norrvana looks like. The name? It might sound like Nirvana, right? Well, that wasn't my fucking point. I wanted Nor, which in old Proto was supposed to mean north, you know, like Nordic Nor, Scandinavian Nor. And then I added Vana for whatever reason, and I really realized, holy fuck, it sounds like Nirvana, which I didn't even listen to until like 2015, and this is summer 2012. Here you have one of the houses. You know, it says secluded, and it's actually furnished. And it's actually furnished for once, and here you have his little library, you know, just trash. It's fucking house. And this is actually a broken chunk. I did not do this. Just like there, it's broken. This is also broken. This one is actually... This one is imported. This one used to stand in front of the castle in Krogan. But when I renovated it in 2019, I decided I'm just gonna move it elsewhere because it didn't fit. And I felt bad for just removing it, so I shoved it down here. It's just some random guy's house. I did not build this in the slightest. I gave it a name. It's a tavern? What? I thought it was just a house. Now, whatever. Here you have a statue. This is common, and you have this house, which is actually completely empty. You have one dude sleeping here, then you have the way up here, and you have another dude sleeping in the attic, but the rest of it is open. Monica and June Kuroinu. Okay, Kuroinu. Totally not weeaboo-ish. Yes! Marquis of Norrvana. This is just a guy living in a fucking hole. These are the fucking old campfires I used to do with, you know, netherrack below it. That's how I used to build campfires. Nowadays you have an item called campfire, so I just use that instead. Here you have like a tower of some dude, Talfjord. You go up here. This is where he sleeps. An old fucking table, so it's 2012 definitely. And if this is supposed to be more rooms, but I got lazy. But once you get down here, it's... Huh? What? It's nothing? Oh! Okay, so he basically has this place for himself, and he fucks around, I guess. Who fucking knows? He could probably be building nuclear warheads down there, and you would never know. This is the house of a nobleman, or at least a rich faggot. Who's this? Tsukiyakari Manor, 1273. Huh. It's basically a normal manor. There's an ugly fountain, there's nothing below. This is pretty reminiscent of the manor, the Imperial Manor in, what's the name? In Sentiment, isn't it? Yeah, it's very similar. You have it at the center and then it goes up after it, but the Imperial one has a route down there. This one, it actually has something as well. A bunch of my diamonds and some chests, a table, and I didn't know that. I forgot that. And old tables. And here is basically just garbage. This is like the kitchen. There you have where they eat. You know, it's pretty primitive for being a nobleman's house, really. Here you have like a fucking attic. Sakuya Okugawa. Okay then. Sakuya. A maid? Whatever the fuck could that be a reference to? Demonus Tullius, the master. So it's called Tsukiyakari Manor, but the guy living here is called Demonus Tullius and his maid is Sakuya Okugawa. Okay. No idea why. Here's a bunch of sheep. These are natural if I remember, but this one is definitely not natural. You know, naturally spawned. Here you have what I call the sheriff's house, I believe. No? Okay. But anyway, it's basically an old house where you had to put it up there because at that time you couldn't really put them there because you couldn't. Yeah, that was during the update where they had the genius idea of not being able to climb up that, so you had to place this one above instead of placing it at the end of that, and you just jump out because you couldn't stand on top of stairs. It was stupid, and they changed it, but you know, I never changed this place. If you look here, you have like the floating waterfalls. What I remember naming them something stupid. Some waterfall. Yes, indeed, it is some form of waterfall. And there you have Krogan. And the last thing as part of Norrvana is this little encampment here. It's like a little bandit encampment, or not really. You know, the bandits wouldn't live right next to, you know, the village and a big city. They wouldn't. The city wouldn't let them. They live inside here, and it's a bunch of, you know, not highwaymen per se, but mercenaries, I guess, is more appropriate. It's just a bunch of random losers. And all the way down here you have their city, and it turns out this is also 2013. What does this do? What does this do? Oh, yeah, I get it. You're supposed to... What the fuck does... What? Why is it full of these chiseled ones? So the idea is you open this, and then the next idea is that someone steps on it and he gets shot in the face? I guess? I don't remember. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, you know, I guess that was the idea, but... Oh, when you look at that, there's actually something beneath that. These little secrets are adorable, and then you have a bunch of halls where they sleep and masturbate, probably. What is interesting, though, is the lights. I never use these kind of lights, and you actually can turn them off or on. Huh. I forgot about that. And the last part of this episode shall be this little thing down here. So you have Krogan there, you have Norrvana there, you have the walls there and the end portal there. This is something I'm actually gonna check, because if I remember correctly, there's something buried here. Oh, I forgot the night vision, and underneath we go to find a hidden secret. There it is! There it is! How do I get there? Through, you get there through there, and... How the fuck do I get there? Anyway, yeah. This is like a secret. This goes back to ancient Proto lore, when the Takedans were like, they weren't their own race, but they like came from over the mountains and enslaved the humans here. Here lies Ichiro Paul, worst juggernaut, 1108 and 1044. These dates are broken, none of them makes sense, and this was supposed to be like his helmet. I remember building this in the summer of 2012. My best friend. Here lies my dog, Reiki. What a fucking weeaboo I was. This is like his spear. This is like his shield, and they were supposed to be like massive. It's such a silly thing that... But I built this in the summer of 2012, and then I completely forgot about it. No, I didn't forget about it. I knew it existed. And I was very confident it existed under this. But no matter how much I looked, I couldn't find it. And I only found out about spectator mode this year and this month. And that's how I found out about this fucking place now. But let's move on to the last piece of shit, which is over there. And now I've finished this video, and we'll see when I upload this when I actually record the next one. This is base. I don't know what will be out here. What would be out here actually? Ocean. It counts as an ocean? This also counts as an ocean. Okay then. This is not an ocean, but nowadays I guess it would be. So the idea for this place was, this is probably 2011, this little village here. The idea was that from there a ship sailed and it got fucked over. It crashed. This is where they landed. Ultima Reliquii CXX Village, the what, 125th Legion, 1272. That was when it was basically just the Roman Empire or whatever the fuck. There was nothing else to it, just the Roman Empire. Here you have remains of the ship. Here you have other pieces of the ship. You know, flotsam or flotsam, whatever. And the people that survived, they actually built their shitty little houses down here. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe this may have been done during survival. I never use these fucking gravel roads. I dumped yeah, they crashed down here and they built like this fucking thing. For the Dragon Empire, for the Dragon Blood Romulus Centauro. Yeah, that's definitely 2011 because of Skyrim and whatever. So the people survived down here. Oh yeah, as you can see, the broken chunk also broke the water. So the newer version you have flat, but the older version is above. It's just kind of funny. But by that time I had already started to build this. So the people who survived, you know, they built like a shitty little village here. Let's deal with this quickly. Nothing here. This was really early into what I was doing. I think I spammed this one. Spawned this one in like, probably in like 2014, but the rest of it is 2011. And what the fuck is that? This is not supposed to, this was never here before. So this must have spawned recently. And as it looks, it didn't even spawn properly. Yeah. It didn't even spawn fucking properly as it's supposed to. But I don't really understand why it spawned. Aren't these things supposed to be spawning in areas you've not explored, not worked on? Because I worked here, obviously. I've seen this ocean before, but I've had a problem with these ocean monuments 2 times before, actually. You know, there, near fucking Taluna, I had a problem overseas, and after that I had one more problem, which is funnier. But you can see how this just spawned. It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here when you take it from a seed standpoint, but from the standpoint of the old fucking map, nah. Nah. But whatever, man. That's it for this video, I suppose. I did Krogan over there. I did the shitty little mountain houses. I did the Ender portal. I did Norrvana, the village, and I did this broken place. But actually, is it changing biomes? Or is it just because I'm looking in different... It's just looking different directions, okay. But yeah, that's all of it. We'll see whenever the fuck I actually get around to uploading it. Will it be today? Yeah, probably not. Will it be tomorrow? Maybe not. And if I say today, I mean 21st May 2019. That's the day I am recording. 20:35 o'clock. Then thank you for watching or whatever. I mean, if you can somehow stand my fucking rambling and my, well, obviously, my obviously horrible voice. My voice is the biggest problem after all. So, thank you. Enjoy the first video in like 2 months, 2.5 months, and sayonara, fuck boys!